And, nothing really deep dive, just showing the uniqueness that Christianity is unique, right? All other religions say that you are God, you got to become God, you got to work your way to God. None of them have a cross, right? Christianity is unique. I kid you not. So I get done with that sermon, and the next thing you know, I get a phone call from one of the pillars of the church, their wives, and said that, quote, he, so-and-so, was upset with what I preached on. I says, well, why? What was unbiblical about it? And went on and said, well, I think you just need to meet with him. So I drove out to his house, and he was a big guy. And he looked down on me the whole time. And he's like a 6'6" big old dude. And he said, well, I don't think you should be talking about other religions like that. I said, well, why not? Well, I just don't think it's right. You shouldn't do that. I said, well, wait a second. If in fact Jesus is the only way, I didn't say he did. John 14:6, he's the way, the truth, the life. No one comes to the Father except by me. That means every other path out there is a false path. And it's not a small issue. It's not just, they didn't make it to heaven. No, the Bible's clear. If you don't go through Jesus, you go to hell. So how am I a loving Christian, Mr. So-and-so, if I don't tell people that all other paths are false that will lead you to hell, and if I don't share them the good news that it is through Jesus Christ, and you can know for sure that you're on your way to heaven through him? And he just went round and round. Of course, I'm dealing with it biblically, right? And he went round and round. And so he was getting nowhere. And so I kid you not, John, he looked down at me and he said, and he pointed his finger in my face. He says, listen, I've seen a lot of you come and a lot of you go. Turns out the guy's a Freemason in the church. I don't think he was the only one. And a pillar in the church, basically running the church behind the scenes. And the reason why he rejected that is because this is one of the many